Pete, we've been at this project of building this Xavier Ochsner Medical School for the last several years. Uh, Give me your insights from an Ochsner point of view. Why does this really matter, and why is this so significant for New Orleans?
Yeah, I think first of all, just the physician shortage around the country that we're working to address, and I'd say specifically the shortage of diverse physicians, which is a huge problem and something that together we can help fix. I think for New Orleans, it's meaningful, one, because it's a symbol of two organizations who are committed to the city working together, which I think is a symbol that we should show others, that when we work together, we can solve problems together.
And I'd like to see it as an extension of our missions to be of service to the community. When we speak of our age-old mission to contribute to a just and humane society, some of that is actually our work together to see where else is this education needed. And we've identified that there is a need to create this special school that is focused on bringing representation into medical practice. And both of our histories merge together and bring this about. And I'm wondering exactly what the impact to young people will be.
I've talked about this throughout. I think there's all kinds of young people in this country today who are looking at all that's going on. And sometimes I think they wonder whether there's hope and whether there's opportunity and whether, for whatever reason, can they overcome the challenges and become a physician. And I do hope that our partnership in this school does give them hope and lets them know that it is possible.
And when you think for Louisiana, given that Louisiana is predicted to have one of the largest deficits of physicians per capita of all the states in the nation, right? This also is an important solution that we need in the state. We need the talent of these young people, and that some of them become physicians. Yeah. I'm wondering what your thoughts, given this is a new medical school, I'm wondering exactly what we might be able to do in reaching to both our urban and also our rural communities in new ways.
What's great about this medical school is we get to start from scratch, which is very rare in the country today. And so we can build programs for rural medicine or programs to deal with chronic disease and really think about teaching people where we are today in medicine as opposed to maybe where we were 50 years ago.
When we began this project, why was Xavier the right partner in your mind?
Sure. First, because we'd worked together on many programs for many years. We'd worked together in pharmacy, our PA program, our Health Equity Institute. So there was a high degree of trust between the two organizations, and we knew our mission and our vision was aligned. Second, Xavier's an amazing university that has more students go on to not only go to medical school, but complete medical school, diverse students, than any school in the country. And then, also, I think we shared a vision of what can we do for the city? What can we do for our state? And felt like together with our partnership, we could make that happen. Your leadership had a lot to do with it as well. We have 46 hospitals, hundreds of facilities, and one of our single largest issues is we don't have enough physicians. And through this program, we can fix that shortage, make sure those people are getting the care they need. And also because we'll be part of the training, we can make sure that care is ultimately high quality and safe and done in the empathetic, caring way that we all want to receive healthcare.
And I think that is our common mission, to be of service. This sense of justice and humanity that we have in our mission is where I see that our missions actually merge, because we have that sense of purpose of being of service. We often say to our students that none of what they learn means anything until they graduate and put it to the service of someone else. I think that's common purpose that we have, and I think that's probably what we'll see in Exelcom.
To fulfill that purpose, we've got to train physicians and help train the healthcare workforce so that they understand that purpose and share that common mission with us.
I think the two of us, we can say that Louisiana will be the richer for it.
Absolutely.
A much better place for it. I
Absolutely.
think this is our gift to Louisiana.
It is. It is.
Let's talk about the talent that is already in the second and third grades here. What does this medical school offer to those young people who are just beginning to see what their future may be?
Yeah, absolutely. We're really excited about the fact that we've made a lot of partnerships and investments from kindergarten all the way through 12th grade into college and now into medical school. And what we think is that those kids in elementary school, they'll actually have an opportunity to see this medical school. My hope is they'll have a chance through their STEM programs and otherwise to actually visit the medical school. and that we can inspire them and keep that dream alive.
Catch
from
that
an early
imagination,
age.
exactly.
Yeah, and I know we can do that, and I think that's exciting. And one of the things that we are going to do is we've created a scholarship for a student graduating from the Son of a Saint program. I know
yes.
you are a big fan of Son of a Saint, and I don't know if you want to explain what the Son of a Saint program.
Well, the Son of the Saints program has been an initiative that began with some former Saints players to actually focus on young men early, to actually help give them a pathway to their future. And education is a core element of that. And creating this scholarship for any one of the Son of the Saints who actually have an aspiration to become physicians is actually not only serving those students, but also serving the people that they will serve.
Yeah.
So it's a multiplier effect.
Can you imagine how exciting it would be the day that a graduate of Son of a Saint comes to the medical school, and then we get to see them walk across that stage?
And I think that's pure joy. That's why we'll be there.
That's why we'll be there.
We'll celebrate it. And you understand, New Orleans, we know how to celebrate.
We do know how to. We absolutely do know.
celebrate.
We know how to do that for sure.